somewhat cool, Scottsdale. We're at the Scottsdale Centers for Spiritual Living beginning our meditation today. My name's Daniel. I'll be doing the meditation today. We're going to go back to old school with Michael Beckwith. And I'm going to do a reading with a short passage, and then you can go into your meditation practice. And then I'll take us out with another short reading. So invite you now to close your eyes. Start focusing your breath inward. Quieting down any mind chatter if you have it. Just let it go. Acknowledge it, let it go. And with every breath, you're filling yourself up with love and energy, and every exhale, you're letting go of any tension, any worry, any thoughts of distraction. This is entitled Courting the Infinite. There is a longing within you, a mystical ache to express your intrinsic spiritual self. This inner impulsion lovingly urges you forward until you catch the thought God had at the precise moment it projected you into existence. It is touching to realize that when God thought you, it thought of nothing else but you. You held its whole attention, love, and awareness. When through prayer and meditation you awaken your soul's memory of God's original thought for you, you co-create with the Spirit, its unique face appearing as you. You are an original work of beauty, light, love, joy, and bliss. You have your own personal and intimate relationship with God. It loves you as though you were the only one in the world, because there is only the one. As you consciously cultivate this relationship, as you devotedly court the presence within you, you are simultaneously cultivating the original expression of spirit that you are. Conducting this romance with the infinite satisfies and thrills the soul as nothing else can.
Be at peace. No matter what is going on around you, be at peace. And rise into love, into light. Rise. rise into the knowing of who you are.
To court the infinite, you must first cultivate a desire to do so. And just as in any relationship, you invest your love, energy, time, and attention. Today, use the little gaps of time to practice the presence of God. And when you can, incrementally increase the amount of time you devote to meditation and prayer. The results will astound you. Today, I consciously commune with the divine substance of love. I am enfolded in its presence and consumed by its beauty. Thank you for joining me on this lovely walk and internal walk with meditation today. Please stay for Reverend Joe's message today and a great service in about 15 minutes. So thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.
healthy, wealthy, and wise. And I know the light of love is shining in my eyes. I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Yes, I am. I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. And I know the light of love is shining in my eyes. I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. A little birdie told me life is so sweet. As I listen to her song, I know I am complete. I have all the keys to love, joy, and peace. The power is infinite. Love will increase. I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. I'm happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. And I know the light of love is shining in my eyes. I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. A little birdie told me life is so sweet. As I listen to her song, I know I am complete. I have all the keys to love, joy, and peace. The power is infinite. Love will increase. I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. I am happy, so healthy, wealthy, and wise. And I know the light of love is shining in my eyes. I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Every day I'm happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Can't you see I'm happy now? So healthy, wealthy, and wise. I'm happy and healthy, wealthy. I am happy, I'm healthy, and wealthy, I'm wise. I am happy and healthy and wealthy and
Am I strong enough to bear the burdens that sometimes come living this thing called life? Am I wise enough to make the right decisions when I'm standing at the fork in the road? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone, and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. Will I have enough to do the things I need to do to take care of myself? Will I have the health of mind and body to live a life of grace and wholeness? Sometimes I wonder I'm not alone, and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has his being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place. I am the place where God. You are the place. Moves and breathes and has we are the place where God shows up.
Oh, sweet Spirit. Oh, sweet Spirit, help me know, light my way, I can hear it. Oh, sweet Spirit, make me see, this I pray, light within me, heaven around me, soothe my soul, comfort me. I surrender, oh sweet Spirit, I let go, I believe. Oh sweet Spirit, oh sweet Spirit, help me know, light my way, I can hear it. Oh sweet Spirit, make me see, this I pray, light within me, heaven around me, soothe my soul, comfort me. I surrender, oh sweet Spirit, I let go, I believe. Light within me, heaven around me, soothe my soul, comfort me. I surrender, oh sweet Spirit, I let go, I believe. I let go, I believe. We have come together as a family. We have come here as we are. We have come with arms wide open. We have here in love. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Raise the roof with shouts of praise. Spirit in this place. We sing in celebration. We sing with words of prayer. We sing with words of prayer. We affirm our life as sacred. We declare that peace is here. Yeah, Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Raise the roof with shouts of praise. Spirit in this place. Yeah, 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 yeah. Spirit is in this place.
We're going to start with a little chant this morning, and everybody can just sing along, stay where you're seated. We'll do our opening song after this, so just chant along.
There is only one of us. In your eyes, it's me I see. There is only one of us. You are my reflection. There is only one. There is only one of us. In your eyes, it's me I see. There is only one of us. You are my reflection. There is only one. There is only one of us. In your eyes, it's me I see. There is only one of us. You are my reflection. There is only one. There is only one of us. In your eyes, it's me I see. There is only one of us. You are my reflection. There is only one. and soul as we love together. Young and old, we will sing together, together in one song. Come together from different worlds, we are drawn together. In our own way, we can pray together. Together we are strong. I see God in you. You see God in me. One path, one vision, one family. Come together, dreams and hands we will join together to build a place we can grow together. Together we are whole.
Indeed, together we are whole. Good morning. My name is Jim, and it's my honor to welcome you to Scottsdale Center for Spiritual Living, where we teach, what is it? Successful living from the inside out. Yes, I'm deeply grateful for each and every one who is here today, and a big welcome to those joining us online and virtual community as well. If you're watching our live stream, let us know you're here in the chat. And if you're visiting with us for the very first time, we're especially glad that you're here. Stay in the loop by signing up for our email list. We send a Saturday newsletter with upcoming services, events, and classes, and a Mindful Monday email with a recap of our weekly message and spiritual practices to carry you into the week. We're on Facebook and YouTube with inspiring posts and streaming live each Sunday. You can always watch videos of past messages later at scottsdalecsl.org. We encourage social media users to follow us on Facebook and the Instagram, and to check us out when you're check in when you're here with us at the center. And if you're feeling extra ambitious, please leave a positive review wherever you find our listing on Google, Yelp, etc. Hey, I discovered in the lobby this morning these You're Invited cards that we have. So pick these up, pop them in your wallet or your purse, and whenever you're out, you think about Scottsdale Center for Spiritual Living, you're in a conversation, hand this to your friend and say, come and join us because we got a good thing going here. Awesome. All right. How was your drive in this morning? It says. Not too bad, but if it's like last week, the drive home was a little bit more challenging. It's hot in here. Work on the 101 should be wrapping up this week. Visit a.gov website for more information. Sorry, guys. It's a great day. Say it with me. It's a great day. But wait, there's more. To feed kids. We have a sacred service opportunity coming up. Flyers are in the lobby. I'll have to get dressed again later. We're going to be joining teams at Feed My Starving Children and packing hundreds of meals for starving children around the world. This is on Wednesday, June 3rd, my mom's birthday, from 4:45 to 6:15 p.m. And it's just a great time. It's high energy. We get in there, we fill up bags with basically dehydrated food that gets sent to people who are starving all around the world. There's a lot more details on the flyer, a QR code to sign up, et cetera, et cetera. We've already got several people signed up. It would be great if you'd join us. All right. We're a growing and vibrant spiritual community and happy to meet new friends each week. We have a mission, a vision, and a purpose statement, and I invite you to join us as we read or recite that into our service together. Our mission is to provide spiritual tools for personal and community transformation. Our vision is a world that works for everyone. Our purpose is to awaken to our spiritual magnificence, and so it is. One of the ways that we teach successful living from the inside out is through the practice of gratitude. Gratitude and attitude are not challenges, they are choices, says Robert Braith. The reason gratitude is an important spiritual practice is because it keeps us focused on what's good in our lives, and it's an important part of right thinking. So, let's hop on the gratitude tram, shall we? If you're comfortable, I invite you to close your eyes. Take a breath and release. Let's do that again. I'm shaking. Now gently ask yourself, what am I grateful for in this moment? As that awareness comes forward, whether it's something simple or something significant, just allow yourself to feel it. Now just notice, how did I use right thinking this week? Maybe it was a small moment. Maybe it was something big. Take another breath in and release. And when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes. Once again, I'm seeing those peaceful smiles, so I trust something good must have come up. If you'd like to share, I will open the mic now. Anyone have some gratitude?
I'm really grateful for change and transition times. This past week, I had my last official work day at my job at the art gallery for the season. So I essentially have the summer off, and I'm getting ready for an exciting trip to Bali, which is just going to change everything, I'm sure. Reset and regroup. But the gratitude I thought of in the little meditation, thank you for that, by the way, was conversation that I had with a dear friend of mine who no longer lives in the area, but from time to time we'll get together and do a video chat. And so what's happening with this transition and this space opening is new things, new ideas, and new opportunities. And she talked to me about her work with a business coach. And I was like, what could I do with a business coach? And she talked to me about a beautiful retreat that she's giving in September. And I thought, maybe I could go to her retreat in September. And so it's just a space for thoughts and ideas to come through that I'm appreciating and enjoying right now. It's all like I have choice possibilities. The world is open. So I'm grateful for that.
That's awesome, Lori. Thank you. Anyone else over here? Yeah.
I'm grateful for community theater. We have a lovely community theater right here in Scottsdale called the Don Bluth Theater. Anybody been there? Wonderful. Yeah, just a wonderful experience. And a group of us gets together a couple times a year and goes for an early dinner and then sees the show. And this past Friday was one of those nights. And it was Over the River and Through the Woods. I don't know if you know that story at all, but it's an Italian family and a son who wanted to move away for grand adventures and, of course, was not being allowed to emotionally. So it was really quite funny. It was a very humorous story, but just grateful that we have that available to us here in Scottsdale.
Excellent. Thanks, Jill. Anyone on this side? Oh, come on. Well, my gratitude for this week is that I passed a very important milestone in the development of my business. I'm very excited about that. And I released some new products yesterday and I've already made sales on them. So, yay! Awesome. All right. There being no further gratitude, it's now time for affirmative prayer. And I invite up our practitioner, Daniel.
Thanks, everyone. A couple of things. You know, I was out a couple of weeks ago. I was in the hospital for a few days, and I lost some weight. I don't know if you knew that. I lost some weight. Well, they offered before I left to do fat implants. So I'm back to how I was. Too soon? Not good. Too sad.
It's probably best that your name's off.
Is it up? Oh, that's good. Oh, I think it's on. Actually, I think it's on, isn't it? Oh, good. All right, disregard whatever you thought you heard. So I am going to be doing prayer request right after service, and I'll be in the back there. And so as soon as the music comes on for the ending, come on back and see me. I'll do a prayer request for you. There's also another way to do it, and that's to fill out a prayer request here, and Jill and I will take you or whoever you would like the prayer about into prayer for the whole week. So do that online, call in, a lot of ways to get prayer support. So I want to do um, a short quote, and it's the supreme awareness. The infinitely felt presence brings with it a rapture beyond joy, a knowledge beyond reason, a sensation more intense than that of life itself. So let's take that into prayer. And as we close our eyes and go within, there is an infinite presence. It's locationless, which means it's everywhere. It's in us, through us, in a microbiological way. It's infused in our DNA. It's a presence, it's an energy that gives us everything that we need, and infinite possibilities of love, light, laughter, joy, infinite knowledge, wisdom, power, and of course love. And it's with that presence, that loving presence, that we share with the rest of the world right now. Send out love, healing power. Wherever you can imagine there's a need, join us and we'll send that energy, that love, that healing presence all over the world. And I'm so grateful to be able to share that word with each and every one of you. I'm so grateful to be in this center that Reverend Jill helped co-create with everyone else. I'm so grateful for her message today that will inspire and lead us on to be more better, more happier. So it's with that joy that I give thanks for this center, for the volunteers, the board of directors, the members that support us with their love and their financial resources. As we join with everyone else that is on this spiritual journey, no matter what their belief system is, we walk next to them, support them. That this is a loving embrace that we share with everyone as we build this community with love, with joy, with inspiration, with knowledge. I know that this service is complete in every way, that we get exactly what we need today. And as my heart is filled with joy and love, I know that that is the same for each and every person here. And I simply give these words away into that truth, into that law that always says yes, it always says it is so, as we join together and affirm it, and so it is.
Thank you, Daniel. Well, it is my joy this morning to introduce our guest musician joining us once again after too many years away, singer and entertainer Les Cool. Les brings energy, warmth, and professionalism to every performance, specializing in shows, dinner dances, private parties and special events, and Sunday morning services. He offers a wide ranging repertoire designed to connect audiences of all ages. Les is also very active with the Arizona Interfaith Movement, and we are delighted to welcome him back to Scottsdale Center for Spiritual Living. Les Cool.
Good morning. All right. A little energy coming your way at this point. My faith is lifting me higher than I've ever been lifted before. Keep it up, direct my desire, and I'll be on my path forevermore. You know my faith keeps on lifting me higher, higher and higher. I said my faith keeps on lifting me higher, higher and higher. Now once I was downhearted, and disappointment was my closest friend. But I chose faith, and he soon departed, as I create the life that I intend. Everybody know my faith keeps on lifting me higher, higher and higher. I said my faith keeps on lifting me higher, higher and higher. All right, boys. Work that chord out while you're singing. There we go. I'm so glad I'm living by design now. It's my faith that keeps me on my path. So keep the faith and achieve your desire, and you'll create the life that you intend. Help me out. Your faith keeps on lifting me higher, higher and higher. I said my faith keeps on, yeah, lifting me higher and higher. You know my faith keeps on lifting me higher, higher and higher. I said my faith, oh, it keeps me lifting me higher, higher and higher. Thank you.
Thank you, Les, and thank you for doing that with that song for us. It was perfect, just perfect. I'm sure Rita is loving it, just loving it. Well, good morning, everyone. Good morning to those joining us online. We're delighted to have you in our virtual community this morning. Well, I have a question for you. How much good can you receive? Okay, good answer. But I'm going to invite you, if you want to play with me a little bit this morning, to close your eyes and ponder with me. How much love can you receive before it gets uncomfortable? How much health can you receive? And what does that mean? How many friends can you have before it's too many. How much money? Is there a limit? What about opulent gifts? Is it comfortable to receive those or not so much? How about creativity? Expressing as new and actionable ideas. Is it exciting or is it scary? And what about peace? Can you be peace and accept it in every area of your life? How much is enough? You can open your eyes. Do you know that all of those thoughts you were just thinking about are your mental equivalent for those things? The limitations that came in, the conditions that you put on any of that, are the limitations that you hold. Whatever you're thinking is in your mind, though, isn't it? Because we didn't all have the same thoughts there. They were individualized and unique visions or feelings, just like each one of us is individualized and unique. Yes? It's not in spirit. It's not in the universe. Those are unlimited. It's only here. It's only here. My message today asks, is faith a choice? Is faith a choice? What do you think? Now, in my research, I found some theology that suggests that faith is a gift from God that's only available to certain special people, and that it is God's grace revealed, but it's not for everyone. Well, that didn't really resonate with me. I then found some research that says that it is definitely something we can cultivate, something we can grow in our lives. And I also found it very interesting, the bias in AI towards Christian theology about questions about faith and many other topics. But that's for another day. We're not going to talk about that today. When we think about how we experience life, most of us have ideas in our minds about how much is enough in all areas, and we live our lives accordingly, don't we? We live our lives according to what we believe is enough. So the question is, are you going to the well of life with a thimble or a bucket? What is that mental awareness that you have about enough for you and in your life? Perhaps it's a thimble for some things, and other things it's a bucket, because nobody can have it all, right? That's just not possible. We create these containers in our mind, the shape and the form, from our faith and from our beliefs. And we hold those beliefs about ourselves and about how the world works. And usually we're pretty good about that, aren't we? Because whatever we think is what the world is doing in that moment. When we did that exercise, did your thoughts include things like, I have enough, I'm comfortable, I'm okay? I love you guys. Or did it maybe say, I can't take more than my share, I have enough? There's an author called Wallace Wattles. Anybody heard of him? He wrote Prosperity Teachings in the 1900s, early 1900s, and he's very practical wisdom in the way he writes. And he says about this, the very best thing you can do for the whole world is to make the most of yourself. And this is because when we learn the principles, when we learn the teaching, we can then give back, right? we can then give back. We build the infrastructure. We can feed the hungry. We can create the companies that employ the people to lift them up. Because we have learned, and it is our responsibility, in his words, our responsibility to then share and give that to others who are not learning and who do not know the teaching. But somehow, this message of our success in making the world a better place has gotten a little confused sometimes, hasn't it? Because it seems to be that there's a belief in a limited God. Now, I don't know where that came from, but there seems to be a belief out there that the pie is only so big. The pie of good of life is only so big, and I better get mine first before everybody else gets theirs, or I can only take a little bit because there won't be enough for everybody, right? Do any of those thoughts come into your mind? Do you ever act that way? Well, the fact of the matter is there is an infinite pie kitchen out there, and the pies just keep coming, right? It's unlimited. But those thoughts are thoughts of limitation. And when we have them, we need to be aware of them and remember we live in an unlimited universe. There's always more pie. There's always more pie. Ernest Holmes, of course, is the author of The Science of Mind that we teach, and he says about faith, regardless of how exalted it may be, it is only a definite way of thinking. Broadly speaking, faith means a conviction about something that is stronger than anything which may appear to deny it. When we see the news and social media and all of that stuff, and all we see is all the bad things happening in the world, it can be easy to get confused by appearances, can it? Because it seems like it's all bad. It's all negative. But faith is a transcendent principle, meaning that it rises above that and can see through that to the good in the world. There are good people in the world. We're good people, are we not? There are good people in the world, and there are good things happening in the world. We're just not hearing about them. We hear about that little bitty thin slice of bad news, and we begin to believe that it's all bad, and it's not. There is good in the world. Faith also helps us to overcome challenges and challenging situations that we may be experiencing, and it helps us to experience life differently when we have faith. But what do we have faith in? What is it that we have faith in? Is it the Santa God in the sky that's going to bring us the goodies if we do the right things, say the right things, and behave ourselves? Is that where our faith is in? For me, I have faith in the way life works. I have faith in the way that life works. I have faith in a universal energy that is love. It is love. And I have faith in universal law that always works the same for all of us, everywhere, does not play any favorites. And just like there's physical laws, there are spiritual laws. And if I drop this pin, the physical law of gravity says it's going to go down and hit the ground, right? Now, if I turn my hand this way, is it going to go up? Not unless I throw it, right? But if I do it, it won't go up. It's going to go down because that's the law of gravity on this planet. And so we know how to use that. We design systems that flow with gravity downhill. So why do we fight spiritual law? Spiritual law works just like physical law, when we're in alignment with it, like we are with physical law. So when I align with spiritual truth, knowing that there is a spiritual law that works alike for everyone and that I can use it, and there is a universal presence that is energy and love, life works. Life works. And for me, that's faith. To know that I know. To know that I know. And to have that sense of peace no matter what's going on. No matter what's going on. To be able to, is it Mary Morrissey? Penny brought a Mary Morrissey book in this morning. Reminds me of her quote, flick fear in the face. Yeah. You know, and when you have faith, you can begin to do that because you know that you know. Holmes also said, no one can have faith in themselves with the idea that he or she is separate and apart from the universe. We can only have this kind of faith and in such degree as we first realize our unity with a power greater than we are, a power that will never change its nature to suit the whims of our fancy. Thank goodness, right? Imagine that mess. And this is the gist of what the science of mind teaches about faith, and is it a choice? Now, when we were first talking earlier, we each have this mental container, the mental equivalence for going to the well of life, if you will, for receiving our good. The shape and the form of it are created by our faith and by our beliefs, our mental equivalents that we hold. And of course, mental equivalents are simply just the pictures that we hold, the vision that we hold in our mind about who we are and how life works. The things that we thought about this morning with those questions. How much can we receive? Those are your mental equivalents. How much can I receive? Now, you probably sense that faith is important as we're talking about this new design for living, right? Faith is kind of an important component in that. So let's look at this container that we've created and how we might adjust it if necessary. Faith is the material or the substance that the container itself is made out of. It's the material, if you will. So is it strong? Is it solid? Is it porous? What is this faith? Is it strong or is it weak and falls apart with the next headline? What is this faith that we have? How strong is your faith? And then what about the shape of the container? The mental equivalent that we hold in our minds, the pictures, the thoughts, the beliefs that we have, the limitations. That all determines the shape and the size of this receiving thimble or bucket that we have created for ourselves about how much is enough. Is it a wide mouth jar or is it a small mouth jar or a bud vase even? Wallace Waddles says you must form a clear and definite mental picture of what you want. You cannot transmit an idea unless you have it for yourself. So the analogy that came up for me this morning was someone who lives in Nome, Alaska. Imagine that, Nome, Alaska. And their mental equivalents, how they believe life to be, and themselves to be living in Nome, Alaska, versus someone who lives in Honolulu, Hawaii. Do they have different mental equivalents? Different beliefs? Different experiences? Probably. The clothes are a lot different. The seasons are a lot different. The daylight and the darkness are a lot different. Not picking on either one of those communities by any stretch of the imagination, but just using it for the contrast that they present for how we establish our mental equivalents, our mental equals, and our bucket for what we can receive. Consider what you thought about how much you can receive. Did anybody hear it? Yeah, but. Yeah, but. I don't have the resources. I don't have the talent. I don't have the time. Anybody? Yeah, but. That's a limitation. It's a limiting thought. I call that thimble thinking. Thimble thinking, and no, I don't have a list, but it's thimble thinking. As long as we believe the universe is limited, guess what? It will be. Now, I don't know what you think about the guy, but does anybody think Elon Musk thinks the universe is limited in any way, shape, or form? I don't think so. And it doesn't have to be for us either, does it? It doesn't have to be for us either. We can develop bucket thinking. So how do we do that? How do we cultivate bucket thinking? Ernest tells us that faith is cultivated by making daily use of the principles of the science of mind. Now, you heard Jim ask that this morning in our gratitude practice. How did you use the right thinking this week? That's using the principles. And this year, as we're learning to design our lives, we are teaching the principles, we're learning, and we're applying them in our lives each week as we talk about these different things. Anybody heard the phrase treat and move your feet once in a while? Yeah. Well, this is prayer and action. This is prayer and action. And we have to pair our study with practical application. Otherwise, science of mind becomes very heady, doesn't it? Very intellectual. And we talk about how we have to embody it and get that into our heart where it becomes a living, breathing way of life. I think the cover of the Science of Mind text says a philosophy of faith and a way of living. And that really is truly what we teach, is a way of living. So the best way that we can pair this study and application is to consciously apply what we're learning to our everyday problems, to the everyday disruptions that happen, the inconveniences, the guy in the traffic or the girl that cuts us off, all of the little inconveniences that we can apply the spiritual principles to. This approach to study and application is faith in action. Because as we study and learn the principles, we begin to develop faith in them, yes, and that they work, and that this universal law that we say plays no favorites doesn't really play favorites. How many people have watched karma show up? Someone pulls out in front of you and then somebody immediately pulls out in front of them. It's like, whoa, karma is quick today. So we see that the laws work. Wallace said, it is essential to have good tools, but it's also essential that the tools should be used in the right way. I told you, he's so practical, isn't he? I mean, he just is so practical. If faith is faith something we have or something we choose? You ever thought about that? Every day we place our faith in lots of things, don't we? Sun's going to come up. When I get on the freeway, they're mostly going to stay in their lanes and mostly go the right way most of the time, right? We have faith in that. That's huge faith, isn't it? That we all try to drive between the right lines. Do we have faith in our past? That that's just the way life is? Or do we have faith in our current circumstances and that's just the way life is? Or do we put faith in our fears? Are we putting faith in our fears? Or maybe, just maybe, we have faith in possibilities. We have faith that we live in this field of infinite possibilities and that anything is truly possible for our good. Every day we get up is a brand new baby day. Like Mary Morrissey must be channeling me this morning. It's one of her things, baby day. But we have that day. What are we going to do with it? What do you have faith in for that day? Is it going to be another day just like yesterday? Or is it going to be a new day, a good day? Where's your faith? Building our faith with flexible yet sturdy material so that we can continue to grow this mental equivalent, grow our bucket as we move through life. The faith that we have and what we believe is possible determines our experiences. The faith we have and what we believe is possible determines our experiences. The mental container that we're using to receive our good, that's constructed of our faith, takes the shape of our thoughts, whether they're big or little. Might as well make them big, huh? Might as well make them big. So this week I invite you to explore your faith. Ask yourself, how's my faith? What do I have faith in? Where am I placing my faith? What is the material of my faith? And ask yourself if you can receive. Can I receive? You know, I know when I first started in this teaching that receiving hugs was really weird. Anybody else? Yeah. It's like, you want to what? I don't even know you. You want to hug me? But then you realize it's part of the culture and the community. And I hug everybody now. I hug people in business now. I mean, it's crazy. Expansion. Receiving more. Receiving more. So let's talk about our spiritual practices for this week. To cultivate faith and think bigger. Now, Ernest, you remember, said, faith is cultivated by making daily use of the principles of the science of mind. So this week, for those of you who've been around for a while, we are going back to the 10 core principles of the 10 core concepts of the science of mind. We stopped teaching those for a while, and I think they're back again. But I'm going to invite you to read this list every day in your part of your spiritual practice and reflect on these concepts and consider how you're living them in your life. I have taken a bit of creative license with this to modernize the language a bit. For anybody that memorized these as part of your training, they may sound a little different. So the first concept is oneness. Oneness. Everything comes from one divine source, and each of us is a unique expression of that. Everything in threes, all express as spirit, mind, and body, the creative process. The creative power. Our thoughts help to shape our experiences. Affirmative prayer. Good is always available to us, and affirmative prayer helps us to align with it. It's not changing God's mind about anything. It's changing our mind to align with truth. Wholeness. We are whole and complete by nature, and our choices influence our life experiences. Abundance. There is more than enough good for everyone, and we are all worthy of receiving it. Like attracts like. What we consistently believe, expect, and imagine tends to show up in our lives. Forgiveness. Forgiveness frees us from the past and helps us live peacefully in the present moment. Eternal life. Consciousness continues beyond physical death. Death is simply a transition, a new suit. The Christ consciousness. This is the universal spiritual truth that lives within every person. Spirit within us. As always, this full list will be in the Mindful Monday newsletter. You can sign up for in the lobby. There'll be a QR code later or on our website to receive that. So these core ideas are transformative and will help us in designing our life going forward. If we can practice these every day. Just read this list every day to begin to embody this. You know these things, right? You've heard all this stuff before. But getting it under the skin, so to speak, so that we're embodying it. And then they begin to become the way that we live, the way that we see life, the way that we approach life, the way that we interact with others. When that happens, you'll no longer suffer from thimble thinking. So we'll close it out this morning with a quote from Thomas Aquinas, who said, "To the one who has faith, no explanation is necessary. To the one without faith, no explanation is possible." And so it is. Would you join me in prayer, please? How good it is that we come together on Sunday morning to gather in community in the oneness that is the all. Recognizing that there is one life, one power, one source, one love. We call it spirit, we call it God, we call it source, we call it universal energy. We call it love. It goes by many and no name. It is simply the allness that is. That which is before existence, that which created existence, and that which is forever evolving. And I know that I am a manifestation, a creation of this one, of this all. And that I am a unique creation, individualized and expressing it as my life, my choices, my desire, my design. And as I know that for myself, I know that for each of us gathered here this morning, that each of us are individualized and unique expressions of this divine and infinite love that loves so much to bring us forward into this time-space reality right here, right now, this life that we have. And I know that we're all, each one here by absolute divine appointment, no mistakes, no errors, gathered in this place this morning, in the celebration of life and the celebration of love, joined together in faith and in truth. And so knowing that, the absolute wholeness of each of us in this community, I speak my word for and about us, knowing that as we embody this faith, as we cultivate it within our own lives, to build that knowing that we know in each and every experience, each and every appearance, that we know back of that is the good, is the God, is the love, the wholeness that is spirit. I know that we no longer go to the well with a thimble. We retire our thimbles to the sewing box. And we go only with larger and larger buckets to receive the good that is available to us, to fulfill our responsibilities in the world, to be successful beings from the inside out, to create and share and grow the world, doing our part to bring the good to others. I know this morning for anyone that has anything on their heart that they seek prayer around, as they lift it into the consciousness of this prayer, that whatever needs to be healed is healed, whatever needs to be revealed is revealed with great clarity. If there is supply that is necessary, it is abundantly provided. And if there is a question of doubt, that faith is strong. I bless this community, this center. I bless our world. I bless our troops. I bless all who practice in spirit this morning, anywhere on this planet, knowing there are many paths to the divine, but there is only one. And so it is with a heart filled with joy and gratitude and thanksgiving that I release this prayer into the action and activity of law, knowing that it is done. And we affirm that truth together by saying, and so it is. Please welcome Les with Over the Rainbow.
Hopefully it lasts the whole song. All right. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, in the land that I heard of once in a lullaby, somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish on a star waking where the clouds are far, far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops, way above the chimney tops. That's where you find me. Someday I'll wish on a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops, away above the chimney tops. That's where you find me. Somewhere over the rainbow skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Happy the birds fly above the rainbow. Oh, why can't
Thank you so much, Les, for your beautiful voice and your beautiful music to inspire us today. And thank you, Reverend Jill, for another wonderful talk. I know I'm a master of the yeah buts. I was in a session with my therapist a couple weeks ago, and I laid out this whole scenario and then said, but, and she said, okay, I just disregarded everything that comes before the but. I think that the universe does that with us too, doesn't it? Holy smokes. All right. Well, we have a rowdy crowd joining us in the live stream this morning. Valerie, who's up in Prescott. We say hi to Kay and June from Payson. Kathy agrees. It's a great day. Carl and Nancy are here. Beverly is joining us. Ron is up in the Pacific Northwest. Twyla G says, always feel spirit with your prayers, Reverend Jill. And our dear Denise says, hi from my bed. Now that's honesty. It's now time for grateful giving. If you feel enriched by today's service and would like to support the work we do together, I invite everyone in the room and online to join us in the sacred practice of generosity. We have several ways to give as listed on this slide. And as the basket comes around, you're invited to give in whatever way feels right to you, whether that's a financial gift or simply a silent blessing for the center. All gifts are welcome. I invite you to hold your gift over your heart if you're comfortable and join me in our affirmation. I am an open channel through which prosperity flows. I accept the divine flow of goodness, ideas, and substance through me now. I am grateful for my full and prosperous life, and so it is.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, 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 I'm so grateful.
Today, we celebrate the spirit of giving that moves through this community. We bless these gifts, and we bless the givers. What is shared here supports the good that is emerging among us and helping our community continue to grow. And so it is. All right. Thank you again for your generosity and supporting our mission to provide spiritual tools and transformation and our vision of a world that works for everyone. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Bert for our closing announcements.
Thank you, Jim. And as was already said, what a great message this morning. Thank you, everybody, for being here and for all of us as help. So our announcements for this morning. If you would like affirmative prayer today, leave a written prayer in the box up front or on the website 24/7. Remember to sign up and stay in touch and receive the weekly newsletter and Mindful Monday recap. We are looking for volunteers for our audio and visual team. If you would like to share your gifts and talents or learn something new, see Jim after service. Training will be provided, and the commitment is only one Sunday each month. Our May Art of Living Circle meeting is moving to June 1st due to the Memorial Day holiday. Mark your calendar and join us at the new time at 6 p.m. to 7:30 in person and Zoom. Send an email to Reverend Jill to get the Zoom link. Remember to register and join us in the community outreach, Feed My Starving Children, as we lend hearts and hands to packing food boxes. Everyone is welcome June 3rd, beginning at 4:40 in the afternoon. Sign up in the lobby. If you have questions, Jim can help answer those too as well. Visioning Group meets today following the service, the Visioning Group 2026. Next Sunday, Reverend Jill's message is moving to inner knowing as we explore what it means to live from that inner place of truth and wisdom where faith becomes knowing and life is guided from within. And we'll be right back here next Sunday at 10 a.m. for our message, 9:30 for meditation, and streaming live on YouTube and Facebook. Plus, there is a Wednesday night rebroadcast of today's message at 7 p.m. on both channels for your midweek boost. Please stand for our affirmative affirmation and closing song. I live in peace and share my joy. I'm empowered by spiritual truth. Today I choose faith, and so it is. Thank you for being with us today. Please join us as we sing This Little Light of Mine.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, 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 let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine, 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 let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, 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 let it shine. All in my house, I'm gonna let it shine. All in my house, I'm gonna let it shine. All in my house, I'm gonna let it shine, 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 let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, 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 let it shine. Out in the dark, I'm gonna let it shine. Out in the dark, I'm gonna let it shine. Out in the dark, I'm gonna let it shine, shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, 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 let it shine. Let it shine, 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 let it shine.